Hello everyone, welcome to the class. Okay, this is a YouTube class, another YouTube class, and I think it would be the last one before we jump into the final presentation from you guys. And then let me share my screen. Today I will talking about contemporary in the city, which is like the connect story from the last lecture. But the last lecture we have talked about like how the city was shaped up the lifestyle, right? And then it's appear as the three area that we just chose for study more on Chiang Mai City. This is they are Chiang Mai, Chiang Phượng, and also Santitam. And we will talk about this more in this lecture. So contemporary in the city. This is Chiang Mai, right? The one that we perceive from the tours book, from the books, from the literatures. We perceive these cities more historical, more cautious. But look at what they are. This is the real view from the top of the mountain, and we can see Chiang Mai, right, with the developments of urban, with the developments of the economies, and everything makes Chiang Mai like this. How can you perceive the idea of historical and cultural from these pictures? It's pretty hard, right? But why we're still hunting by these goals, right? These goals are running by the money, right? By economy from the tourism, economy from the government, which is like one two strategies. Chiang Mai look like the historical city, the cultural city, but look at in the reality, guys. This is plenty of the hotel and apartment because Chiang Mai is land for tourism, right? We promote a lot about tourism, elephant, craftsmanship, beautiful temple, beautiful cultures, but not just that. This is the city, which is like the northern center of social economies and also educational. So that's why they have many immigrants for study here. This is also like the university as well. We have more than 7 universities, which is gathering people more than 10,000 people each year to move and come to the city. And that is how Chiang Mai looks like. This is the city, right? Chiang Mai City is on the center. It's the original city. It's original the city. But one, the city concept was inspired by the urbanized. So the urbanized making the city more modern and is spreading by the circle. We have to know about the historical study as well. Because you know what, like in the center of the city, as I told you, originally like 725 years ago, this is this is the old city concept, which is uh represent the human body and is shown on the city concept with the head, two hands, and two legs, right? So from the head is the north and become Patu Shang Phượng or Shang Phượng Gate, which is like the main entrance of the city. But look at the concept and transferring to the body of the city. This is like this city, it looks square, but it reference from the human body. And then later on, once we have the providing city as a city, right? We're providing with the compact city in 2009. 2009, we have green circle all around old city of Chiang Mai, providing suburban, providing to connect each province. And I want to show you like this, like not just the strategy, making the urban planning change, the element of the city was changed as well, like from the north, right? Changpur, this is Changpur from the north. It's become it was changed to be like the not a grand parasite anymore because once in 1296, right, in 200 years ago, Chiang Mai become one of Siam, one of Thailand, one a part of Thailand. So they changed the access to the east. So Thapek Gate in the east of Chiang Mai become the main plaza for economics, for tourism. So the gateway was changed, right? We never get from the north anymore, but we get in the city from the east. Not just the gate or gateway, the street and access was changed, right? The Chiang road, which is connect from the north, become the way that you get out from the city. But from the east, Taipei Road become the the main exit, the main entrance to the city. So the street was changed, the gateway was changed, and also the building as well. The building was changed a lot. Once Chiang Mai become the modern province in terms of like the modern stage, modern nations have to become, right? So the look of the city hall was changed. The first, this is so the first, how to say, the first Farang, the first foreign building in the town, which is was built in 1990. This is city hall of the city, and look at the proportions, look at the element is contemporary style mixed with neoclassic Atlanta, as you can see. But moving to like 80 years more, they changed the location out of the old city. They moved the city hall to the first circle of the Chiang Mai new city planning. And the right hand side is the look of the city hall in 1999, which is like look at the shape. It's so big, so gigantic, but they use a concept of Thai mixed lana in modern. Look at the roof. The roof, an element on the roof is not Chiang Mai style. It's mixed with Thai, Central Thai. And also look at the shape of the building is so big. So they have to gain more construction and structures. So this is just a concept. But compared to the first one, right? The element, the technologies of construction will change. And it's impact us, not just only the urban planning, but also urban development make the gateway, the road, the building will change a lot with the period of the time. And Chiang Mai, right now, this is the body of the Chiang Mai. We have the land use planning, which is like um, managed by the colors. And on the center, it was brown color. Brown color is for the area which is like protecting by the special law, which is you have to protect the historical building and have their own rule. You have to the height of the building not too high than 12 meters. And also the colors of the building have to um, construct with the five colors. So this is the how the city planning go. But the city is not just one particular function on it, right? It's multi-use, ethnic use, and also like the people who living in this flow. This flow all around the city. So the shape of the city was like in the center is the square of the old city and providing with the three circle, but also the sport was so dynamic with the communities, with the way that they use. And then we have to know about the modern planning because the modern planning was tried to many places of the city gap. One of the good example is the Mannheim was just like the big land. It was agricultural land, agricultural field connect from the old city to the western side of the city, like Dog Palace area and also like Chiang Mai University area. This field was developed and become a real estate with the grading of the street system. So the street network was become a grid system, which is so modern planning. And the first circle of the city was become like 12 lanes of the road, of the street, of the cars. And as you can see, like it's dividing the connection of the city by making people can come from the suburb to the inner city faster, easier, but but the area of the community was cut, was divided from each other. And this is Iman Himin, right? Iman Himin, we don't they don't have like any such of like historical base or history about it. Okay, so this is become the one thing that crash on the city. From the left hand side, the city of Chiang Mai At first, it's like temple center community. Temple is the place that gathering village and also like we have the agricultures, right? We raise uh some field, we raise some rice, so we connecting each our house by alley or soil connect to the center as the temple. But once we have to become the modern city, the modern concept of development was strike with the modern planning. We have to cut the street to providing the road. The road is providing a car to get in any places in the city. And also the graphic of the thing was changed to become the geographic things, right? The square, the shape of rectangles was become the shape of the land and it's providing the land use. And these two things, these two concepts of the community was strike each other. So right now, how to we learn what we are, right? The place that you chose, like Chiang Mai, Santitam, also Chiang. How can we learn about what it came from by the physical? They have the concept of urban landscape or urban landscape from Gordon Cullen, which is we have three things to see things, to understand what is influence from the urban landscape. The first one is physical data. It's so easy. The one that you can see, the one that you can touch, the one that you can smell from your physical perceptions, like the material things, the color, the structures, the building origin, like the shape of the buildings. This kind of thing, it represents something. So I want you, you already chose your building to want to learn already. From the first one, you got that building. Maybe you're just looking from the urban, from the Google map of Win Earth, or you can see from Instagram or anything. You just analyze it from the first topic, physical data. Look at the color that they're painting, look at the material, look at the construction and structures, look at the building origins. That will lead you to understand how it becomes, right? The colors is maybe it was the urban planning or something, but the color represent the period of the time, represent the beauty, the aesthetic of things. Material as well, the material constructions represent the period of the time, the technique that the architect and engineering was used in those period of the time, and also the the building may be renovated many times, so we can see the background of the building origins, like why they have like the wooden structure and then the concrete and then the steel. That it represents the the dynamics of period of the time as well. The first is physical data. So you're just decoding from the planning, from the perspective, from the picture that you got, right? And then not just physical data. It's called figure and ground. You have to see this building, those buildings that you chose, connect with the bigger area, like which the direction that it is, and then make it black and white. Figure and ground will lead you to understand the shape of the building and also the space between each building. And also you can understand, whoa, this was linear, it was parallel with the road. So it could mean this building is what built in the same time with the road. Or maybe you can say, oh, this is so rectangle, this is so geographic, this is so modern. But each graphic of the planning or layout is weird. So maybe it's what component, it's what integrated many share it later on or to the period of time. You can understand it by seeing things from the top view and use figure ground, right? It's topic number two. And topic number three, the visual perception. So this, you can dig out or dig deep on the way that they use, right? From the Instagram or Facebook or your experience when you were there. The visual perception is mean like this building connect with the surrounding, how they connect with the surrounding. This is the Saka Tower in Tokyo, in Kyoto. So as you can see, like they make the main, sorry, they make the main road connect to the beautiful set the tower at the center, and then uh, put the buildings along this road. So that's mean like the ratio of these communities or this land was set on the tower, and not just the tower or landmark. Maybe this building was connected with beautiful environmental, like they have beautiful view on here. They're located nearby the canal or river park. So it's taking view to that because that means the beautiful or the connection with the context by visual perception, but not just something that you can see. Maybe the lighting, the wind, the rain, sun shading. That is also the visual perception as well. You want to live in the beautiful lighting, you want to connect the light on it, or you try to ventilation the buildings. So that is the visual perception as well. So we talk about the district that I chose you to choose, right? This is Changpu. Changpu area is on the north, as I told you, right? It was firstly to become the entrance of the city, but right now it was changed for the place that we should still have like the bus terminal, the first the first bus terminal, and so like they have many communities still in there. But Changpu is like adaptation, a land of adaptation between the modern and local. So this is one of the case Xinjiang markets was located on those areas because this is the common area which is gathering the modern people like the foreigners like a modern Thai want to buy or want to sell some organic product which is they come from farm which is like we can connect with the logistic way from the suburban get to this market easily. So it's like the halfway to connect with the organic products and also like it represent a new lifestyle mixed with modern and local. Chiang Mai. Chiang Mai is almost like in the eastern area from the old city, but Chiang Mai is was the first developed as a modern planning. And Chiang Mai was plenty of the mid-century, like 1950s or 60s, that the first period of the modern building was right into Chiang Mai, and it's mixed with the old and new culture and businesses. So the first sample is very uh, famous, and you already been there, I guess. This is beginning coffee, which is they renovating the building by collect and keep some elements of the old building and making the cafe to open the view to get into the district and connecting with another uh, local furniture shop. So that's why the connection of the city was still, but what not still, but it's making more than just before. Because before it's just shop house and it's just only the shop house which is open on the front. But right now they open the corners to become a new check-in land, a new check-in point in Chiang Mai. And look at the original building, the color was the today's color, but they mix with old and new, and it become the creative business in town right now. The last district is Santitam. Santitam is the land which is what cut by the first circle, Huigao Road, and so uh, Shangpek Road, which is like the gap of the city. So inside of the gap of Santitam is plenty of the small alley. The the location of the building was so complexity is chaotic and exotic once you get into the Santitam. I guess maybe you will get confused by the road, by the buildings because it was so mixture of everything. But in Santitam, it's very interesting because like it's near the city, so it's like the city gap, which is plenty of the apartment, workers, student, dormitory, people who living there is for cheap area to live. And in the nighttime, it's plenty of the food market. Food, it's night food market, and one of the case is the Myeongdong. Myeongdong is the district in South Korea, right? But they use that name to put on the grill pork barbecue shop, and this grill pork barbecue restaurant is become famous because like one day uh get back from work or after school they want to eat something from 6 p.m. to until midnight. So you can go to the Santitam and buy many food area out there. But why the food area in the nighttime is plenty of sunny time? Because it's demand from the people who living there, right? It's so in the inner of the city, but it's so in the gap, and also the shape of the sunny time was chaotic. So that's why they have many gap, many apartment, many dormitory put inside of it. But right now it's more brighter and brighter because the developed developed stations of the city was spreading more. Okay, so this is